A very good evening, everybody. This is Gulf Harbour Radio, ZMH 286, Patricia and David. After a very beautiful, beautiful day here in this area, it was absolutely magnificent. I haven't got too much news because I've only pretty much just walked in the door from being up north. And it's walking day on Mondays, and I go with a group, and we went up to Lee. Many of you who have been around the Whangarei area will know where Lee is, but the reason for going up to Lee, apart from the walk, was to go on the new motorway that completely bypasses, what's that place that I can't even remember now? It's magnificent, as you can imagine. It's just a new motorway. Unfortunately, it's only got a 100 kph maximum, and I was warned by Zumax, thank you Paolo, because it's very easy to go higher when it's a lovely seal. It's not that horrible chip stuff that they use in New Zealand and most places. It's a lovely smooth road, and it completely bypasses Warkworth, so you just don't have that long drag through Warkworth and then the dreadful lights at the end to get further north. It's just amazing. So it was very enjoyable, apart from the very, very muddy track. We've had a lot of rain, so all of the tracks, it's really difficult. Some of them should be really closed in the winter time to avoid doing a lot of damage. But anyway, it was interesting to walk the tracks up there. You can look across to that long beach at Omaha, and it was very good. Well, anyway, I see that I'm quite surprised to see that Anahata are on their way from Minerva. I would have thought that they was going to enjoy that for a bit longer. Anyway, I'll call them in a minute. Just the news, there have been a couple of really significant sinkings of boats with refugees near Greece. Last week there was quite a big one, absolutely totally overloaded, with a boat from Libya, Sudan, Syrian type refugees on it. Many died. And today another one with 300 Pakistani nationals. They all died when their packed trawler sunk again off the coast of Greece. So it's this time of the year, it's summer, so the passages are not so bad, and there's a lot of Pakistanis having a really dreadful economic time, which hopefully will stop a lot of the terrorist action coming from there. But anyway, there's just a lot of refugees on their way to Europe, and Europe is struggling to know what to do with them. So that's about the only major news. Those that are interested in rugby will probably have caught up with the fact that the latest rugby squad for the World Cup has been announced, and quite important for Ian Foster, his last effort. So, but I can't explain anything about that because I don't really know who's who. But it's in the news if you want it. All right, let's go to the boats that are at sea. Oh, I better tell you what our conditions are now. 16 degrees it is outside. It's about 5 to 8 knots north-northeast, and 1015. I didn't even look at the sky, but it's been pretty clear all day. I was too busy trying to get home. But yep, it's just been one of those rip-snorted days. It's going to pack up towards the end of the week, so it was really good to have the walking day. That's good because we walk hail, rain or sunshine. All right, let's see what Anahata are up to. Bit of a surprise. Anahata, Gulf Harbour Radio.
Gulf Harbour, this is Anahata.
Well, very good evening, David and Raywin. It looks like you're on your way. Go ahead and explain it.
We went for a dive, but at the end of the day, we have two visitors. So we saw the boats that crossed the river, and one of them happened to have Starlink, and we have to look at windy and saw that the wind was dying in a couple of days, so we thought we'd just snorkel and then head out while we had really nice winds over.
Oh, roger that. Well, tell us what it's like and give me your position.
This evening's beautiful. southerly winds about 15 knots. Current position is 2353 south, 17910 west. We're on a course of 3342 at a speed of 5.9 knots. We haven't put out the main yet. 10% cloud cover, barometer 1015. All good, over.
Yep, sounds very nice out there. Mind you, it would be very nice for those still in Minerva if it's going to drop off. South at 15, and they are currently at 2353 south, 17910 west, 334 true course, 5.9 with about 10% cloud cover, and 1015. So it looks like it's going to be a beautiful night sailing, over.
That's what we have. So we thought we'd take the opportunity because we didn't gain much by staying the night and leaving in the morning. We may as well head out. We had a good night's sleep last night, so all good.
Yeah, it is good to catch up on a good sleep after a few days at sea, especially the first time away from New Zealand, because you, I don't know, it takes a while to get into the rhythm of passage making, doesn't it? Okay, oh, it sounds good. I'll get David to update on the weather shortly. We'll just see what if there's any other boats at sea want to check in. Thank you for the report, Rubicon. David's busy looking at the moment. So is there anybody wanting to check in? No, all very peaceful at the moment. So I'll just have a look I'm just going to have a look at marine traffic and see where Harbour is. Oh, you've got a few boats in front of you by the look of it. There's Capella and Fortaleza. It looks like they might be going to Tonga, and a few left in North Minerva. So there's a Kalia, Jaco, and Wiki. So yeah, still boats around, but the only one that you'll probably see, well, actually I don't think you'll see too many in front of you, David, because there's just not much coming up on the thing. Skylark is well ahead of you there at 22:56, and let me see, no, there's nobody much around, so it'll be very peaceful ocean, apart from the Chinese fishermen, because Rubicon, I think it was Rubicon, reported quite a few fishermen, and hopefully they'll have AIS on, but don't rely on it. Okay, I'm going to pass the microphone to see if David has caught up. He's been busy down on the boat today. We have got a new second-hand stove or oven. Force 10, usual one. We had a 2-burner one. Well, actually it was meant to be 3, but the third never worked, and we could never get the oven working at the same time as the elements on the top. So now we're really going to have some gourmet meals. I'm glad I'm not the dishwasher, but yeah, we've got a 4-burner now, and looking forward to that next summer, particularly with the La Nina gone and El Nino coming. It will be lovely and dry and sheltered on the eastern side, and we're really looking forward to the next summer up the coast of New Zealand. Anyway, enough chatter. Here's David.
Well, here's David, all right. Well, I'm looking ahead. I'm looking at the weekend, and slightly after the weekend. And we've gotten worrying reports from many of you cruisers about that period of time, like Monday, Tuesday time frame. Those of you that would be at Minerva and are wanting to get up to Fiji before everything hits the fan. And from what I could see, looking at the various models, I really don't see any major. Hold on here, I'm about ready to drop the computer. So I'm looking right now. I'm looking at Tuesday, which is the 27th. That's way out there. So that might not be of much value to many of you. But looking at this Saturday Sunday time frame, um, and as I'm talking to you, I'm trying to scroll and
It doesn't
moving
work.
different models at the same time, and I really don't see the panic that appears to be developing amongst you folk. Uh, to the south, to the south of 25, yes, it is quite nasty. But from what we're gathering is that most of the worrying folks are talking about Minerva north to Fiji. So if you're south of that, if you're south of, say, 24 south, yes, it's quite nasty. Uh, Quite a bit of wind, quite a bit of compression on the isobars, and it just doesn't look very pleasant at all. But those of you that are at Minerva and plan on leaving between now and the end of this week, the weather conditions between Minerva and Fiji just don't look bad at all. I do see gusts up to 20 knots, 22 knots, that type of thing, but they're mostly out of the west southwest type of thing. And then there's an area that's south of Candavu and the southern Lao where it's hardly any air at all. So, given that, I just don't see any cause for worry at this point. Now, having just been hit with this request about 5 minutes ago, I really haven't had time to look thoroughly at the rest of the models that I normally look at, and also the upper level data that I normally look at. So I would say, given the worry, uh, tomorrow I will come up with a little bit more intelligent information for you. But right now, I don't see an issue if you're leaving. I mean, let's face it, uh, the time to get from Minerva up to Fiji is about 3 days, roughly. If you're going to Tonga, we've done it in 2 days, but that could be three, and that sort of thing. So it really doesn't look bad at this moment. So I'm not sure where the worry started, other than looking at, again, below 24, 25 south, looking south of that latitude line. Yes, it is definitely nasty. So if that's what people are talking about, then most certainly I can see the worry. But I don't know of any boats that are there. Most of you are at Minerva or are on your way to Fiji or Tonga uh, from Minerva. So anyway, I think I'm going to give it back to the chief, and I promise you tomorrow I will have a more intelligent view of the weather from, say, we'll call it 24, 25 south, up to Fiji or Tonga. So if you'll just be patient on that, uh, there you go. So here's the chief.
Okay, I think we'd be using the nice weather at Minerva for a bit longer. Anyway, just to let you know where some of the boats are that left Saturday, Kaya are at, for those that know them, they are ripping along at 6.5 knots at the moment, direct to Fiji, and they're at 3054 south in 176. And then ahead of them, we've got the motorboat Wairua and Mothership and Rehab. So they're all doing rather nicely, and will do rather nicely for a few days. until a bit stronger winds come, which I'll probably look forward to. And then there's the American boat, Acme Fox, is obviously left today, or maybe even yesterday, but heading to Newcastle. All right, so there's not much more from us, unless anybody's got anything to talk about. This is Gulf Harbour Radio listening. Yeah, go ahead, David.
Just to say, David, we aren't concerned about anything. We just want to get in before Friday and the weekend extra charges for the power heading out today.
Okay, yep, all right. I just thought that you guys would have enjoyed exploring the manoeuvres a bit more. So, all right, yep, you'll get in there definitely by Friday, that's for sure, and be able to join the mob. I've forgotten, are you going into Savu or Vunda?
We're going into Port Darrow.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, boy, there's a lot of boats over that side, so you'll probably definitely want to get checked in and get organised to get away from the mob. There are a lot of boats on the western side of Fiji at the moment, so yep, there's plenty of places to go though, so not a problem. All right, if that's all, we'll love and leave you folk and get back to you tomorrow night. This is Gulf Harbour Radio, and we are clear.
We haven't get there. We've got people coming in 2 weeks' time, so that's our deadline.
Yeah, well, you'll certainly be organised before that they get there. Cheers.
Thanks, Gulf Harbour. Have a good day.